Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing jungle braids. This is a popular braid that is everywhere right now on Instagram, on Pinterest, on YouTube, and I saw this style. I'm going to show you just a second. This is what it looks like when it's like done full head. And this stylist that did this is Braids on Instagram, and I saw it and I'm like, oh, this looks really cute. So it has like it looks like butterfly look, like the butterfly look, but this time is braids. And so today I'm gonna be demonstrating to you how to do it. So shout out to the stylist who did that here, Braids on Instagram, and let's get to it. So how to do this style. The hair I'm going to be using is this pre-stretch braiding hair. I always like to use pre-stretch braiding hair because it makes my life easier. And I'm going to apply some Blue Magic grease to it. You know, this is my favorite. Always makes the hair nice and smooth and basically makes the flyaways to be little to none, because the grease basically conditions the braiding hair. And I'm just brushing through the braiding hair. As you can see, it looks nice and smooth, and that's why I like to use Blue Magic grease. So I'm gonna show you the jungle braids using the knotless technique, which I think it makes it more prettier than just doing the traditional. So we're going to basically section the hair into small pieces so we could fit it into the braid, if that makes sense. So I'm doing medium, and I'm gonna start fitting in this size of hair. As you can see, this is a thickness, and I'm just going to put that aside. I'm going to just take as much pieces as possible so that I could feed into the braid. So that's what I'm doing. So yep, let's get to it. And how you know the thickness of the hair is basically to use your fingers to feel the thickness. I demonstrated this when I was teaching you guys how to perfect your box braids on yourself. So once we have the hair nice and ready, the mannequin hair is moisturized. As you can see, I used the Cream of Nature leave-in conditioning spray on the mannequin. It's always good to moisturize any hair and treat the mannequin like you are going to treat your client. This is what I always tell my students anytime I'm teaching how to braid. You want to treat the mannequin like you're treating a person, because if you start getting used to just treating the mannequin anyhow you want, you may start to treat your client that way as well. So it's just a stylist code. And I just applied some edge control right there to the mannequin's hair. You could use shine and jam, but I don't have any shine and jam right now, so I'm just using the edge control. But if you're gonna do it on yourself or somebody else, it's better to use the shine and jam because of the texture of the shine and jam. Okay, so the hair is nice and ready. The roots is nice and slicked with the edge control, and I'm just going to split the hair into 3 parts. Okay, so just watch me. So I'm going to show you guys the jungle braids with 3 different methods. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, I will show you how to get the butterfly look with a counting technique. Basically, you want to count up to like 3 before you do the butterfly look. And then I'm also going to show you, spacing it out, as well as using a rat tail comb to get the butterfly look. So yeah, that's what I'm going to show you today. So let's get the braid started. I'm going to split this hair. Let me zoom closer so you guys can see. I'm going to split this hair into 3 sections. If you're already used to braiding, you could just split it into 3 sections with your fingers, but just because I'm teaching you guys, I'm going to just split it into 3 sections. That's how you start the knotless braids, 3 equal sections. You want to make sure that the 3 sections are equal. And then I'm going to start braiding. So Just want to make sure that all three sections are nice and equal, because if it's not, then the braid is not going to look even. Okay, so I'm going to start the braid. I'm going to braid 1, I'm going to braid 2, I'm going to braid 3, I'm going to braid 4. So I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna be feeding in the hair towards my right side. Okay, so I take the piece of hair, I place it above, and then I let go. I will show you guys again, don't get confused. And I just tuck it under. Okay, that's the first piece. And take the second piece, place it above my hand, let go, braid, tuck it under. I take the next piece, place it above my hair on the side, let go, braid, tuck it under. Okay, and so that's 3 pieces I just fed into the hair. So that's basically how much hair we need. Okay, so now I just flip the braid over and I'm going to just start braiding. So for this style, you want to make sure that you tuck in the hair, and what I'm going to do is take the mannequin's hair and put it right underneath the braiding hair. You're going to see me trying to do that. So that's the mannequin hair. I'm going to place the braiding hair on top of it and just try to like put it under the braiding hair to cover it, like so. And I'm just going to continue to braid. So this way, when I, pull out the hair to get the butterfly look, the mannequin's hair is not pulled out as well. Okay, so now let's do the pull out. So you want to basically pull out on the side, so like the braiding side above, right above my thumb, my left thumb, as you can see, just like 1, 2, right there. So you want to give space, if that makes sense. You don't want to pull too close to where my thumb is. You want to give at least 1 space of braid. So I'm gonna pull right above the braid, right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna loosen my grip of the braid, because you don't want to hold the braid too tight, so when you're pulling it's easy, and then you just pull. So that's how to do it with your fingers to pull the hair out. Okay, so I'm just going to count to 3. So this is the counting method. Just count 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to pull again on my left side, right above the braid, right there. So 1 space right above the braid, and loosen my grip on the braid. Just take a little pinch of the braiding hair and just pull, like so. Okay, and then do it again. 1, I'm gonna braid 3 times again. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull again, just right above the braid right there on my right side. So just basically counting up to 3 times and then pull. Okay, so you count 1, 2, 3, pull on the left, 1, 2, 3, pull on the right, like so. So that's basically the counting technique. And next, I'm going to show you guys the other technique, but just keep on watching. So I actually fed in more hair, because when you're doing this style, the hair is going to get thinner and thinner because you're pulling out hair from both sides. So if you start to feel like the hair is getting thin, you could just add extra hair. That's why I, basically pre-prep the hair and make sure I have enough pieces in case I need to feed in more hair. So this style takes a lot of braiding hair because you're pulling out hair. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So that's what I'm pretty much doing, just repeating what I just said. I'm trying my best to count at least 3 times and pull out on both sides, so that way I could have the braid to be to have a pattern, if that makes sense. So that's basically it. So you could count as much if you want to count in twos, or count in ones, or count in fours. You can do that as well. It's just if you do it in ones, the butterfly look is gonna get closer together. So the more number of counting, the more spaced out the butterfly look is going to get. Okay, so this is what it looks like counting into threes. But if you count into ones and twos, it's gonna get even more butterfly-ish. Okay, so I like counting into threes because I feel like this looks nice, and also shows the braid, and then also shows the hair sticking out, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much it. That's how to get the look, as you can see. And I'm just gonna braid all the way to the end and just twist the ends like so. And there you have it. That's the style, you guys. It's very easy to do. So let's do this again, and this time we're not gonna count. We're just going to basically do it freestyle. Okay, so it's the same knotless technique that we just did. Split the hair into three, braid 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm going to feed in here, place it over my hand, let go, continue to braid, tuck it under. Take the braid in here, place it over my hand, let go, continue to braid, tuck it under. The way that I'm fitting in the hair gives me control of the braid, so that the knotless braid, does not have any lumps and bump. Okay, some people feed in differently, like from the side, but this is how I like to feed in to control the braid, so it doesn't have any lumps and bumps. So I'm just taking out the hair. This time around, I'm not counting into three. I'm just freestyling it. I'm just gonna pull it out when I feel like it's time to pull it out. So there's really no counting. I just noticed how much space each pulling out has from the one above it, and I just pull out like so, like freestyle. So this is basically freestyle, and it's quicker to do it this way too with the freestyle, because the more spaced out the pulling out is, the faster you're going to finish the braid, because this style is very tedious to do if you have to pull out counting into threes, counting into twos, or counting into one. So with freestyle, you could braid as much as you want. I mean, not too much, but enough that when you pull out, you could actually like feel comfortable with the spaces between. So that's basically it. So this is the freestyle. Braid all the way to the end, and there you have it. So next, I will show you how to do it using a rat tail comb. So keep on watching. Alright, so let's do the last braid, and we're going to use a rat tail comb this time around. So just do the knotless base as I showed previously, and once you're done with the knotless base, you're gonna take the rat tail comb and you're gonna just flip the braid to the side like so, so that way you could see where you're pulling the hair out from. You use the tip of the rat tail comb, just one braid above where your hand is holding the braid, and you just pull out the hair like so. And just do it on the other side as well. You flip the braid to the side, use your rat tail comb, and you just pull out like so. Then you braid and you pull out, flip the braid over, and you just pull out some hair like so. So this is, of course, if you don't want to use your thumb. If your thumb is getting tired by doing the style, you could just use a rat tail comb and you're still going to get the look. Okay, so that's pretty much how to do this style. It's very simple, very easy, and it's actually it's cute. So for the ends of the braid, you don't have for the ends of the braids, you can dip them in hot water, just the ends, not the body of the braids, because you don't want the butterfly look to just like tank. So you could dip the ends in hot water when you're doing it on yourself or on somebody else. You could dip the ends in hot water. So that's pretty much the style. I'm gonna do this style full head on a model because I'm working on a pattern series. I want to teach you guys how to perfect your parting, and so the next tutorial I will be showing you guys how to do a perfect part using this jungle braids. Okay, so you guys stay tuned for that one. So if you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to this channel. I will see you guys next time.